it out of the busy lot. We clowned the whole way out of the club, and now being able to breathe fresh, albeit cold air, I was turned up. I ground my hips to the beat Cecil set while Carlton rapped Young Lord's Sun Showers. Your mouth open, tongue pushing between your teeth, my lips moving till you cave, the button underneath, tight, growing and swollen, flick, 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 boom. Showers of your pleasure sprouting from my hairline, dripping down my chin. Your thighs don't stop shaking anytime soon. Showers for days. Tongue swiping through the liquid haze. My lips stained from your nectar. Baby, from here, it only gets better. I stumbled at the recognition of his wide stance. Long legs over a fresh pair of Timberland boots. Thighs spread a mile apart, chest broad even beneath a black sweater and open bubble vest. Jazz's hands were buried into the pockets of his jeans, and his piercing gaze on me was dark, intimately familiar, and unapologetically intentional. A sudden delicious puissance jolted my recently empty bladder at the mere sight of him. His smile, like his nod in acknowledgement of me, was perceptive yet soft. Have me, Corinne murmured loud enough for me to hear. Take me now, Cecil followed up with. Clear my fucking account, baby. Carlton didn't skip a beat. That forced me to roll my eyes from Jazz to my friends. When my annoyed gaze landed on Shizu, her naturally slanted eyes watered as she whispered, I want it. You've got to be kidding me. I turned back to Jazz and a delayed realization dawned on me. He wasn't alone. To the right, far off, Juggy leaned against a truck. His head came up from his phone and he offered me a salute with his hand. To the left of Jazz, an even bigger guy stood in all black sporting a harsh scowl, causing me to blink hard and quickly look away. Then, not too far from Juggy, standing in front of the truck was another guy, short and stocky, with his hand cupped over the other. Paparazzi lurking quietly. Jazz's baritone vocals had my attention returning to him as he approached me. Them pictures are gonna pop up tomorrow like mosquito bites. I don't care. I argued without conviction. Because I did. I'm living my life. He scoffed. My G. A subtle beam of approval lifted on one cheek. Isn't it a bit late for you to be out? I thought you hated the club scene. Juggy likes Raji. Shit, Cecil squealed. Me too. I closed my eyes, licking my mildly dry lips. I knew he'd been waiting on a reason to speak to Jazz. Juggy, I called out with closed eyes. Yerp, Juggy replied. Get him home safely. It's late. At the sound of Juggy's laughter, I peered around Jazz. True that, boss. Jazz, just a couple of feet in front of me, chuckled. Then he whispered, Sorry. It took a moment for me to realize what the private apology was for. An apology. I hiked a brow. Who do I have to thank for that? The head doctor, he murmured, then advanced past my line of sight behind me. Brown barista? He was asking if I'd see him at therapy tomorrow. My soused mind was able to understand that too. When Jazz turned back to catch my answer, two guys walked between our line of vision. I waited for them to pass before nodding. I did have an appointment in the morning, but I hadn't seen Jazz at the coffee shop in so long, it was no longer an expectation. After giving me a long, indecipherable once-over, Jazz slowly took off. Happy birthday, Cecil, he called out, never looking back. My fucking God, Cecil groaned, then pretended to faint against Carlton. Or did he?